right. So back to our Brace trivia, office hours, and we are going to pick up where we left off and build some. What is it? Build some campaigns using catalogs with what we have. So let me share my screen here.
Right, and we should have the two, right? The certs and
Hmm.
what the other one was.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, if I share my, how am I gonna do this? Okay, this is fine. Ah, I shared my whole window last week. I'll just do this. I just can't see you all very well, but that's okay. Or maybe I can expand. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, yeah, still figuring out Riverside, I guess, huh? So, Brace Trivia, we have data settings, catalogs, and my screen's not too big, right? How's this? Is this a good size?
It's perfect.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we have Braze certifications and Braze learning paths. Let's actually open both of them. Well, there's no easy way to open both of them, so I'll just duplicate the tab. Command L, Command Enter to duplicate the tab that you're on. Okay, so we have Braze certifications, Braze learning paths. The certs are what people can take, and then the learning paths, there's a lot more, and it has some like fun small topics as well as certification specific paths too. And then there is also there's a course count and level beginner, intermediate, advanced. Okay. Certification there is a level, right? Yeah. Okay. So we still need some time to kind of work on like triggers to make some of these actually become like life cycle flows. But I thought at least one thing we can work on is a weekly recurring like a newsletter campaign on like, hey, here's your recommendations or our recommendations for you based on what the best learning path is, for example. So let's do this. So I'm thinking, and also let me check to see if we have users. What do we use for our external ID?
Isn't it? I don't. Are we setting an extra ID?
I guess we are. Check this out. I
Oh
guess
yeah,
like we let our code just generate a random set of numbers.
that might be super
Yeah.
based.
Yeah. So Superbase probably did that. I have an account under my personal. Hey, I mean, we have a clean process. We have a nice long external ID. Um, we don't have a first and last name process. That's fine. And we do have email. So, okay. So weekly newsletter. Let's do learning path recommendations. And we should also talk about like naming convention, like, something our customers ask us all the time too. Is my video on, by the way? Can you see my video?
Hold on, I gotta make my screen bigger. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. There I am. Okay. Yeah, I think naming conventions is actually a pretty important part. A lot of teams have all sorts of really sophisticated, awesome naming conventions. Some really try to avoid spaces. Some don't seem to mind as much. I think the teams that avoid spaces have been burned by like their UTM parameters breaking, or it works okay in email, but not in SMS, I think. So there's like multiple reasons to avoid spaces, but also it's easier to read with spaces. Like it's like actual natural words. So for now, let's do spaces. Um, I definitely recommend adding a date in, or adding like the launch number, or sorry, adding the date in this format for every campaign. That's at least helpful, like the date that it was launched or updated. So a lot of teams have that too. So weekly newsletter. So maybe our conventions like date, type, and then like what is it? And then people also put like multi-channel, like A/B testing. all sorts of things. We'll maybe build it, and maybe we'll discuss like what is the best naming convention, but not to get tied up on just the very first thing. Hopefully they have a good drag and drop template, because yeah. So this part, I guess we're not spending as much time as some of our customers might be. No newsletter. I'm thinking browse products. Um, let's see. Must haves, product categories. Okay, let's do browse products. Hopefully this one's good. It looks like the image is still loading. Mm. Um, okay, so somewhere in here, maybe like a main recommendation, and then like three additional ones that might be good for them. I don't think we need to do all six, so I'm gonna get rid of this row, and maybe all of that we'll get rid of it too. But okay, so how are we going to? Maybe it's like how can we tell what the most recently recommended one is? Or sorry, not recently recommended. Or should we just do four recommendations with the main one being top and then three in the bottom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. So, okay. So first we're gonna put this paragraph tag in there. I do like to get rid of all padding just to make it like absolutely flattened, and then personalization, catalog items from our learning paths. We'll put that in there. I feel like it might be helpful to use selections, because it's like, okay, how are we going to recommend learning paths? We actually we need to build at least one selection. And I'm thinking, depending on who they are, if they're a beginner, we recommend other beginners. If they're intermediate, other intermediate. So I guess everybody needs to first have the level on their profile to get started. Um, Beginner, intermediate, and then advanced.
And we were planning to determine the level based on the questions that they got right/wrong.
I think so. I think I don't know if we're like going backwards here, but let's build based on what we have, and then let's like decide later how are we gonna define beginner or intermediate.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
And also, give me one second. I'm gonna stop sharing for just a second, and then a better way to do this. Share. So, I think the easiest way, we have Braysmith obviously, but it's not set up for our team yet. So I'm actually going to, the user update step is pretty good, like to quickly logging custom attributes. So, and Sam, this might be like a new hack for you. So I want to log a custom attribute, and obviously Braysmith can do it. And we should set it up. We should be showing off our Braysmith. We will very soon. For now, I do want to share this. So I just go to Canvas, user update, and then this could be a quick hacky way to log custom attributes too. So we'll create a custom attribute called like certification level, maybe. And then if that doesn't exist, you can actually create one, and then we'll set myself to beginner. We're gonna send a test to me. Oops. So I found me, send test to user, send test successfully. It's pretty quick, so it should be there by the time I refresh. Okay, so certification level beginner, awesome. So then the selection that we're going to make is we're going to create a Rex by cert level. And then the level is going to be equal to um, custom attribute certification level. So, oops, custom attribute. Come on, insert. So, we're going to filter for items that match their certification level on their profile. That's how we're going to build a selection. So a beginner should see a bunch of beginner. Actually, I'm probably going to show up if I just do random user. There, wow, look at that first one. Generate preview, and I should get 3 beginner um, learning paths. For someone who has intermediate on their profile, they're going to get 3 intermediate profiles or learning paths. We should put a default value too in case they don't have one. Like for example, there's no way I'm the only user in our So like Brian, which he's not gonna get anything. I think if you don't have anything, you should be given beginner. That makes sense, right? Yeah. And then this is for future. I also wanted to think about like if you're a beginner, are you only ever gonna get beginner ones, maybe this is a separate campaign, but like maybe it's like challenge yourself, try like these, the intermediate ones. If you're a beginner, you get intermediate. If you're intermediate, you get like advanced. So it's almost like you give it a. We could use Liquid for that, or we could give these certification levels like a number. And actually, the certs have numbers themselves already. Let me actually go ahead and just create the selection so we don't lose everything. Um, the certs have the number, not the learning paths. So we could easily do that. Like if level 1, then add 1, and then suggest the level 2 ones. If level 2, add 1, suggest level 3s. Now, if we do that, one case I was thinking about is what if you're advanced? Then like maybe if you're 3, you don't add anything. Maybe you
Yeah,
ceiling
like tapped out.
you cap it at 3.
Yeah.
So which there's also a liquid path for setting the ceiling at something. Um, okay, back to selections. So we have Rex by cert level. This is a selection under learning paths. Level equals your level. We can randomize, so we can get 3 random ones every time. Limit number 3. And then back to our campaign. Well, we want 4, right? Because 1. Um, so let's do 4. So we'll do 4. Okay. So then we need to start coming up with like for now marketing templates, but I don't even think we have any in our media library. We have Elephant, the one that we use for the content card. Okay, so maybe for now, let's just go ahead and choose selection Rex by cert level. So title. Oh, we don't like that. It's really just item 0. That title. Oh, and then we can probably call this up at the top too, actually. We don't need that to be in every single one. So call catalogs, call selections. Now we can call the title, probably the description. And I'm just going to type it out. Description. Did we have price in here? Oops, let's go to Learning Paths preview. We don't have price, but and our category is a little bit not user friendly. It just says topic, role, or I think there was a third channel.
Do we need to add?
Hmm?
Do we need to add to it? What do you think?
No, I think we just scraped exactly what we saw, but I think these are fine. I'm just trying to think like what else could we like use? Like we're not gonna have a price, but we could do
Yeah, it's true. I
level.
mean, we could have a price. If you think about it, like they're gonna have to pay for it.
Not the learning paths.
Oh,
Certification
you're
is
right.
what we do.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Sorry, my
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
So let's just do level for this one. Um, yeah, we will have a price for the. I think we need to make a separate certification campaign, newsletter campaign, and then view item is obviously our URL. So let's call it Go Study. I like that. Link is going to be URL, lowercase URL. Okay, let's just see where we're at so far. I don't think we have an image for any of these, right? We'll start to build our branding so we can change. So, oh, look at that. Data driven messaging strategy. Okay. Beginner Go Study. And then someone else should get a different one. Who is this? I'm sure it's one of us. Mm, it's supposed to be random, so I don't know why we're getting the same one every single time. Any ideas there? Selection. Or maybe it's randomized sort order. Level equals, yup. Results equals 4. Let's see. Generate random user. Hey, Isaiah's here. Yeah, we should be getting like different ones each time. Get random user. Generate preview. Hmm. Did we get? We didn't get the same 4, right? Email, engagement, centric, practitioner. Let me generate. I think even if I generate preview, yeah, we just got different ones.
Yeah.
So let me try that one more time. Yeah, we just got different ones. So I think that's totally fine. We'll get rid of the image because we don't have an image. We don't need an image. And I don't think we need multiple columns. So this way, okay, it's good enough. We won't focus too much on the design of it, even though this is not the prettiest email. I think that's okay. And then you may also enjoy. So this is where we'll put in the 3 other ones. Product name. So we'll do item dot one title. By the way, Command Shift V allows you to kind of copy and paste following the exact same formatting, but you also have to Command Shift V like in a certain way. You can't just Command Shift V like you have to like click the cursor and do it, and it's a little bit weird sometimes. How do I make this clickable? Okay, I guess there. URL is going to be item1.url. This one is going to be item.2URL. And then, oops. Maybe I need to highlight everything. Item.3 URL. Okay. I don't know why that one ended up looking weird, but that's okay. And then, okay. So let's just see how that plays out. We won't spend too much time on what's. Look at that. Oh no, something got messed up there. But okay. Thoughts so far? Have this email sent every week and it will suggest new learning paths based on your cert
What's the score?
level.
Yep.
Yeah. Your cert level or your trivia score, and that'll be determined TBD, but theoretically that number changes over time and then we change that too.
Yeah.
So cool. You know what? I'm gonna just duplicate this and then put that here, get rid of that. It's going to be item 2 title, and then the link is going to be 2 euro. Okay. Any questions or suggestions so far? I'm going to get rid of all these other sections. We don't need it.
Not so far.
Okay. So I think let's actually launch this before we let's launch it and then James and Peyton, some of you might be like, why am I getting all these like, ugly net shop, like weird emails? And that is okay. So done. It'll go to all users. It may end up in our spam because I mean, okay, we have like 10 users, so IP warming is not going to be an issue, but we shouldn't really be sending to all users on a weekly basis. There should be some volume considered for actual customers with real people. That being said, for us, let's go weekly every Monday to start us out. Well, let's do Wednesday just because I want to actually see this email. So we'll do Wednesdays at like 7 a.m. Um, starting tomorrow. If we do local time zone, they probably won't get it tomorrow, right? Well, let's try it.
I
So
I don't know about at this. I guess maybe try it.
it's not full 24 hours, but like I always wonder, like, are we just not gonna get it, or like what's gonna happen?
Yeah, try it.
Yeah. So local time zone, I'll get it. Hopefully, we all get it at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, based on our where we are. We are gonna let them become re-eligible. Um, it doesn't matter whether I choose 0 days or 6 days, but just to be safe, I'll do. Well, just to be safe, I'll do 3 days. But it's gonna send
What
more
does it mean
emails.
by re-eligible?
So we're gonna get our first email tomorrow, right? On Wednesday. Can
Mhm.
I? Can we get another email next week? Like, are
Okay.
we re-eligible to receive another campaign in the future?
Oh, okay, got it.
Because, like, for example, for an onboarding email, like a brand new user, welcome. Like, you really shouldn't be able to get it more than once on the same account. So then, for onboarding and welcome emails, a lot of teams turn this off. But for recurring weekly newsletters, like this should be on.
Okay.
So yeah. So Wednesday, okay, we'll do. We have an all users, and I actually always like to here. I'm gonna save this as draft. I'm almost finished actually, so right on time. I always suggest that every team creates a true all user segment. And I say that because when you, by default, Braze will create a segment called all users for each of the apps that you have. But this is only all users under a certain app. So this is only user under like the Braze web app, Braze Trivia web app. If you truly want an all user segment, I usually um, create an all caps all users, and then this is it. Absolutely nothing, no filters added, no app selected. This is like everybody, all 11 of us in our dashboard. So I'm going to. I think I might have to refresh. Oh, nice! It shows up. So all users. That's it. No control group. Although we should have a control group, so we'll talk about. Actually, let's add a control group. Why not? Um, because we can start to like talk about A/B testing and like comparing results and things like that too. Um, and then intelligent selection on A/B testing. So I guess maybe the idea is we don't have multi variant emails, so it's like intelligent selection might send it to people to the control group if our email is underperforming. Maybe that's the idea. So start session. Okay. For now, let's leave it this way. Eventually, once we have more data logged in our app, um, the conversion event would be like people who started a learning path. How are we going to measure that? I'm not sure. Maybe someone who clicks on, maybe we build a section in our app where we link it to like the Braze learning path from the app. That could be really cool. So anyone who clicks the button, that would be the conversion event. So let's go ahead and launch. Oh, email doesn't have a from address. So we need to set that. And then, okay, we haven't set up our email preferences. We'll do this part next week, but the idea is we built our first weekly newsletter. We're going to launch, and then hopefully we get an email starting tomorrow.
Cool.
Any final thoughts? Thoughts for next week? Improvements?
No, I think we're gonna build this out slowly. So
Yeah.
We'll see what it goes.
And we're
Progress.
really running into like the problem of like we're really stuck. There's not a lot we can do. No conversions, no triggers. We're working with the data that we have. And
Yep.
for customers who are also lacking that custom event, that trigger data, it's like we're kind of feeling their pain right now, right? It's like
Yep.
we really can't do anything if we don't have the data in place to trigger, to filter, to measure conversion. So hopefully we will start working on Braze Trivia more and more soon, and then we'll get the data that we need. So cool. Awesome. Thank you, everybody.